Hey, what's happening, sports fans? I'm back once again. I am the Sports Judge. Thanks for supporting the channel and keep it up with my content. Let's talk about these 49ers. Nobody said the game would be pretty. It wasn't pretty on either side, but the 49ers will take it. They won the game, right? So now, with that being said, now that they've secured the victory, they have advanced to the NFC Championship game. They're back in a familiar place. Now this time, what it comes down to is them finally winning the whole thing. I talked a little bit about that. That the pressure is on them. I believe this team can achieve its ultimate goal, but it's going to have to play a lot better than this. What we saw last night wasn't the best 49ers performance. They should have blew out this Green Bay Packers team. I'm assuming with how talented this team is that they'll get to the Super Bowl. You see, the fact of the matter is they played an ugly version of the game, right? Was it just me or did they get outplayed for the large majority of the game by the youngest team in football? And Green Bay, man, I mean, they were good. They were a good team down the stretch, particularly in the playoffs. But here's the thing. You almost got beat by a much younger team. This wasn't the 49ers' best performance in the football game. Purdy definitely wasn't great with his accuracy in the rain. Receivers had drops. The O line rarely gave him enough time to make a play. It was just ugly, right? It wasn't their best style of football. And I know they're capable of playing a lot better than that. It took Purdy an entire first half to finally settle in and get comfortable. I think we've seen where he struggled throughout the course of the year. He's always bounced back, right? He's always responded in such a big way. First half wasn't good. Second half was better. He doesn't like throwing a wet ball. I've noticed that. But like I always say, and I always say this, great quarterbacks have to endure the elements. He struggles with a wet ball, obviously. Okay, we saw that in Cleveland. In Cleveland, he did the same thing. Played sloppy, but led a game-winning drive at the very end to win it. You know, he's calm in critical situations. He finds a way to get it done in the clutch, and that's what's so great about Brock Purdy. The only difference in that Cleveland game, the kicker Moody missed the kick against the Browns. This time he was successful leading the team to a victory. A string of bad plays then came through clutch in that final drive. You lost Debo as another option on offense. Yesterday showed us just how integral he is to the 49ers game plan. The offense got rolling in the second half. I go back to that play on third down, on third and six, from their own 29-yard line. Purdy connected for a first down to Kittle, who bulldozed his way to the Packers' 39-yard line. I think that was the turning point in the game. Then on the following play, running back Christian McCaffrey found a seam and broke free for a 39-yard score to put the 49ers back in front 14-13. This was a good game. This was a real good game. Green Bay would later come back and respond with a touchdown as well. The 49ers faced a 21-14 deficit as the fourth quarter begun, but fought from behind to take a 24-21 lead with just over a minute left in the game. An interception from linebacker Drew Greenlaw on the final possession of the game sealed the comeback victory and sent the 49ers to their third consecutive NFC Championship game. You know, this is their moment right here. This is their moment, and the 49ers, man, they're going to have to be a lot better. They're going to have to be a lot better. I understand Brock Purdy was fighting through rainy conditions and an up and down performance, but he did finish 23 of 39 for 250 52 yards and 1 touchdown while leading the game-winning drive. Packers quarterback, I thought he played really well, particularly in the first half. He was fitting throws in tight windows. He completed 21 of 30 of 34 passes for 194 yards, 2 touchdowns, and then he had those 2 interceptions. Those 2 interceptions really hurt him, particularly that second one. But with the way the 49ers played, man, they're going to have to be a lot better. I just can't picture the Niners beating stronger competition playing like they did in that first half. Look, I get it. They got a lot of talent, but the Niners have to play a lot better next week. And I think if Purdy had played as well as Love, the Niners would have won easily. Now, there are some things, as I said a moment ago, Love didn't do well. He had the 2 picks, the interception he threw late in the game. In that situation, you have to throw the ball away. You have to throw it away. The Packers had 2 timeouts and only needed about 30 yards to get in field goal range with the game on the line. And I don't know. I don't know if you trust your kicker enough that he's going to make the field goal. Carlson was the most unreliable kicker in the NFL this season. You had one job last night. One job, and you missed from 41. Get rid of him because he cost your team tremendously. That field goal could have made all the difference in the game. Missing a kick in 10 of the last 12 games is the kind of stuff that gets you kicked out of the league, right? It gets you out of the league and have you standing in the unemployment line, right? It does. But the way Green Bay played, and I think yes, Green Bay wasn't a team that was a contender. They were very young, but Green Bay's record is not indicative of how good they are. They're well coached. They play fast and play decisive. Matt LaFleur did a very good job coaching. You have to respect the Packers doing the unthinkable, but clearly the 49ers, they just made a few more plays, right? They made enough plays when they needed to win the football game. They made enough plays. They made more plays than the Green Bay Packers, and that is why they were able to win the game. And we've been talking about how this 49ers team is the real deal. Well, we'll see next week in the NFC title game. But again, the 49ers, they're going to have to play a lot better than what they played yesterday. And I think they're capable of doing it. They got too many weapons not to win. And they've been on this stage before, and I think this time they have a different mindset. They don't want to happen what happened last time. I think they'll be just fine next time. And next week, I think we'll see a better version of the 49ers. Thanks for watching, everyone. I really appreciate the love and support. Don't forget to do me a huge favor. Hit that subscribe button. We'll talk soon. Thanks.